What's good, chat?
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Nerd Bros Podcast, episode 11.
Crazy, bro. Crazy day in the crazy day in the nerdy fandom, bro. It feels good. It feels good, chat. I'm grinning. Some Star Wars happened. It was a great day, chat. A Bible study.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, it's crazy too, because Trey and I, we were making this outline last night, and we're like, man, this might be a short episode. This may turn out to be the longest episode that we've had.
I would probably venture to say so. Yeah.
But that is okay. First things first, before we get started, we're going to go ahead and pray. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, thank you so much for this day, and thank you for the many blessings that you have given. I praise you, Lord, for this opportunity that Trey and I have to just talk and to just grow in our friendship and grow with the friendship with the community that we have. I pray, Lord, that you'll bless this time, bless the podcast tonight, Lord. Help Trey and I to reflect you and everything that we say, think, and do. I pray you'll just help us to enjoy this time, help us to show others the light that you have in us, Lord, and just show people the light that is so freely given to them. I pray you bless this time, and pray that you'll just help us to remember to keep the main thing. And we pray all this in your name. Amen.
Amen. Yeah, man. It was a pretty solid day in my opinion.
Yeah, I got no complaints.
No. None at all, bro. Just posted it on Twitter.
See that?
Yeah, that's strong stuff. Oh, I need to get chat pulled up, don't I?
Right now, there's two of us in here. Man left.
Left
back like he never left.
Crazy. Bruh. It's dead.
Well.
All right, chat. Evan has chat tonight. Evan's got chat tonight. You know what? I could probably pull it up here if I really want.
What I'll tell you, I want everyone in chat just say some ridiculous stuff throughout the stream that we can just throw at Trey. How you doing, Taya?
My bad, chat. Some a lot of difficulties tonight, but you know what? It's all good. Yeah, man. Couple minutes in. Do we want to hit that big one first?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, back in, I believe it. What? Oh no.
SPA. Side piece anonymous. That's where we're sending Trey. He needs help.
Bro, it's bad, chat.
Too many side pieces.
Chat. So, back in, I believe it was week 2. We had made a funny reference on the pod that Evan and I are pretty much like the new Escape Pod. And then we also talked about how we love the Escape Pod. We love their platform. We would love to eventually have them on the pod, right? So I made a clip and posted it. The clip didn't really go crazy in terms of, being viral or anything. But I was at a wedding Saturday, chat. I was sitting there chilling, right? At a wedding. I get a message from Evan that says, Andrew from the Escape Pod liked my post. And I was like, there's no way he's serious, because I didn't even know that. So I go on there. He was right. So That's pretty sick, dude. I just got to say, that's pretty cool.
Like, and that's the thing. He didn't just like a random post of yours. He liked a video of us talking about being the next version of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, that's sick. So this is the second time that we've interacted with them in some form over the last couple years. Talked to Hat Guy, Alex, a couple years ago, just about starting a pod and everything, which we didn't do at the time. We did 2 years later. And we talked about possibly collabing then. They'd blown up, but we would still love to collaborate with you in some way, shape, or form in the future.
100%. 100%. Yeah, it was pretty cool to see that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the number one thing of our news and rumors tonight because that's sick. A big podcast acknowledged us.
Mm-hmm. Not just a big podcast in general, but a big podcast that we like kind of look up to and respect. That's kind of the piece that's really crazy. And they're in our world, you know what I mean? Like they're literally in the nerdy realm. So
right.
Yeah,
we
thought that was pretty cool chat. Yeah.
Pretty sick. So we also we have a lot of news and rumors tonight, so kind of just bear with us for a little bit because there's a lot that happened. So Born Again Season 3, Daredevil Born Again Season 3 got confirmed. And I want people to realize how big that is because Season 2 doesn't even have a trailer yet, and they've already confirmed a Season 3.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy, dude.
I think that it shows that they have faith in Season 2 that it's going to be very, very good. Because Season 1, we know with all the rewrites and stuff, episodes like 1, 2, and then the very last one were like from one company, and then the rest were done by somebody else, and it's all stitched together. So it was kind of dysfunctional. But Season 2, it must be awesome.
Yeah.
It also is a brand new record as far as shows as far as Marvel Disney Plus shows. This is the first live action Marvel Disney Plus show that will have 3 seasons.
Really?
Yep, because Loki only had 2.
Wait, what was the first? Is there any other Disney Plus show? Oh, duh, Mando. Other than that, is there any other?
No, but of Marvel, it's the only. It'll be the only one with 3 seasons. Because, like, the Hawkeye, Moon Knight, She-Hulk, none of that. WandaVision, they all had 1.
Interesting.
Loki had 2. So, it's setting a new record.
Interesting. Yeah, that's pretty sick.
I do have more Daredevil news, but it's not about the show.
You can run it.
Something is showing up to my house on Wednesday.
Chat.
Wednesday, bro.
I know what it is, chat, okay? I know what it is. You want to tell chat?
Listen. I want to say before I say this, I am very good with money. I don't hardly I don't hardly spend on myself, regardless of how many Funkos you see. These have been gifts, budgeted purchases. I don't like to spend money, but I had to buy this. And
you did.
I give
it was a must.
I give all of the credit to Trey because Trey sent me the post of this.
I did.
And if he didn't, I would have found out as soon as I did. So I bought a Daredevil helmet that's made by Marvel Legends, who made the Green Goblin helmet that I have with the pumpkin bomb. So I got the Daredevil helmet and his billy clubs that are coming on Wednesday.
Dude, that's so sick. Chat, what he doesn't know yet is that, like, the helmet that he currently has, the Green Goblin, and the helmet they just got, like he said, those are Marvel Legends. He doesn't know that this is slowly getting him into figure collecting of Marvel Legends. He doesn't know yet, but it's coming.
I'm going to say this. There was a couple Daredevil ones that came out when they also showed this helmet. And I'm like,
I know.
I'm like, they look clean. I won't do it though.
The one was literally you from Halloween.
I know, bro. I won't do it though. I won't do
Why?
it because dude, Funkos are my thing. I can't have both.
Yeah, you can. You can have
No,
whatever you put
because
your
then
little mind to, bro.
I'm gonna start doubling the amount that I spend. I can't do that.
It's fair.
Do you know how hard it was for me to buy this helmet?
Now, chat. When we get to the point where we're full time on YouTube, he's gonna start getting them. You best believe. Watch.
I'm gonna first purchase a house to put this stuff in.
Fair. Fair.
Then we'll talk about it.
Fair. I like that.
Oh, that's all I got though on that.
Yeah. The next one is a small bit of news, but pretty cool, chat. So Star Wars Starfighter started filming. But I mean, that's cool in and of itself, right? We've gotten some pictures and stuff. But Ryan Gosling posted a picture. It was one of the first ones that we got to see, and he said somewhere in the Mediterranean Sea. Which is super cool. You know, a lot of people didn't really think much of it. But here's the thing. So, this could mean absolutely nothing. We're going to take it with a grain of salt. But they did film scenes for Attack of the Clones, actually, and I think all of the prequels, when they were filming stuff for Naboo in the Mediterranean Sea. So, that's all I'm saying. I think it's cool. They could be having something to do with Naboo. I don't know. There's some other cool stuff about his character. So like rumors and stuff that people think he might be playing, but I'm gonna do a video about that, so I won't jump into that here. But
I'm gonna say this. Since they're going back to Naboo, I swear, if they bring Palpatine back again, I will never watch another Star Wars project.
okay, don't say that.
Do not bring him back because the timeline for this is after the sequels.
Well, yeah.
That's why I'm saying that. Do not bring him back unless it's a flashback in the past.
Yeah.
Hey, is that Mike? What up, Mike?
I don't see them doing that, but I could be wrong. So yeah, that was pretty much all I had to say for that one.
Huh. Okay. As far as the news and rumors goes, this is about to be a little bit sad. This is more.
It's
not
definitely
positive
news.
It's negative.
Yeah.
Tom Holland recently got injured on the set of Spider-Man: Brand New Day, filming a stunt. He got a mild concussion from whatever stunt they were filming. There was a female stunt artist who was also injured, and she went to the hospital as well. As far as any other news on it goes, I do know that they're taking a break for the week on filming because they're filming scenes that he's only in, or he has to be in. They can't film around him, so they're taking a break for the week. He's supposed to be back next week for filming. So it doesn't seem like it's too bad. Hopefully he doesn't get re-injured, and hopefully he does recover from it. And positive though from this, obviously he's recovering and he's doing better. But the other positive is that the movie will not be delayed. It's supposed to still release on time.
Good. But didn't they say that he's going to be back next week or something? So I wouldn't see them delaying it for anything.
No, but it makes you wonder what scene did it. I'm hoping that when like the movie comes out, like after it's come out, I hope that they do an interview and he talks about what scene he got injured during.
I don't want to know the first time I go into the movie.
No.
But I'd be okay knowing after. Yeah.
I think
especially because the first time when we go see it, like we might know a little bit because we're going to be at the red carpet. So
yeah, I'm about to say we're going to meet him.
That's right.
We'll ask him ourselves. Hey, Tom.
What
stunt did you get hurt in?
Really quick. I was talking to my dad this morning. Dude, I want to go to the Mando and Grogu premiere so bad. I'm going to work my tail off to grow my channel to where I can go to the Mandalorian and Grogu premiere because I want it so bad. This is going to be a clip, chat. So know that. Star Wars, I'm tagging you because it's going to happen. All right? Just know. And my boy's coming with me.
That's right.
That's right.
And Marvel, you already know what I want to do. Whether you've acknowledged it yet or not. You know what I want to do. I want to go to the Spider-Man Brand New Day premiere. I want it to be the first thing I ever go to. Spider-Man means the world to me. And I also need my boy to come to the red carpet as well. So, Disney,
The Nerd Bros.
There's 2 movies. Yep. The Nerd Bros. Get used to hearing that name.
Oh, 100%. 100%. You know what's kind of cool to think about? Not only did Andrew like that post, it's just crazy to think that he watched that clip and like understood everything that we talked about in that clip. It's crazy to me. I don't know why that's nuts, but it's nuts. Yeah, it's sick, dude.
We're going to meet them one day.
Oh, 100%. 100%. They're going to be on a pod. Oh, remind me after this to talk to you about something.
Okay.
Like pod related. All right.
Okay.
Yep.
So yeah, get well, Tom Holland.
Yeah, get well, Tom Holland for sure. Prayers up. All right. So the next thing, chat. It's kind of interesting, and I will say too. So obviously, if you're watching now, you know that clearly we got the trailer today for Mando and Grogu. When we originally wrote today's pod, we didn't have the trailer. We didn't know. So pretty much the Death Watch. If you don't know, like Pre Vizsla, all of them. They are rumored to appear in the Mandalorian and Grogu. Obviously, Pre Vizsla's not because he's dead. But the Death Watch is rumored to appear. Now, of course, in today's trailer, we got no signs of that. So, again, it's just a rumor. It could be 100% false. We don't know. But I'm kind of curious because there were a lot of people that, because when I saw that post, there were a lot of people on the internet saying, oh, they're all dead. They're all dead. Bro, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure Bo-Katan was part of Death Watch. Like all of the what's that clan called? All the ones that she fought in season 3, they were part of Death Watch. Like, so I don't know where people got their information, but it was false. But I do think it'd be pretty cool for Death Watch to be in the movie. It kind of makes sense. It's literally the Mandalorian. To me, it makes sense. I was gonna dive into the trailer, but we'll do that later. I forgot. I'm excited.
We're almost there. Yeah, I know you're excited. That's literally like we didn't really have a main big thing for this week. We had like 2 things that were going to be split a little bit as the main thing, and this became the main thing.
Yeah, it definitely became the main thing. I woke up this morning
and a new Bugatti.
Dude, I'm telling you, I was just chilling, whatever. Did a few things. Came back here, looked at my phone. And I was like 3 minutes old. Instantly closed the blinds, made a reaction video. Instant, bro. Beautiful start to the day.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So this next topic that we have, this is actually good for comic fans, which for those of you who do not already know, Trey and I are both going to start getting into making some comic content on our own individual channels. So for those of you who want to get into comics, this might be your in. So Disney and Webtoon are launching a new digital comics platform. So basically, there's going to be, I think, a selection of over 35,000 comics on this platform, and it's going to be between Disney, Pixar, 20th Century. There's a couple others I'm missing at the moment. But yeah, it's like a massive platform for comics. If you have a Disney Plus subscription, you would get limited access to it. You get certain titles and things like that. But if you are a Marvel Unlimited subscriber, like myself and Trey are, you get full access to this new comic selection. So don't know when it's launching, but it's a big deal.
I don't know when it's launching, but that's cool because here's the thing. I'm just gonna kind of speak on like for yeah, dude. Chat. That's literally it's literally the thing. It's literally the new thing to do, right? Anyway. All right, so here's the thing. I can't not say it. It's just so it's stuck. But like as a Star Wars fan and a guy that reads Star Wars comics, Unlimited has an incredible selection. But this cuz read it again with what fandoms were or what IPs we're getting.
Let me double check. I'll pull it up real quick because it was. I think I named 3 out of the 5, but there's several, and it's definitely. Let me find it. We tag each
The
other in
big
a
two.
lot of things.
Yeah, we tag each other in a lot, chat.
Hold on, we'll find it. It is somewhere. I might have deleted it, but yeah, Disney. I know Pixar's in there. 20th Century. I believe DC was a part of it, and then there might be one more.
DC Star
Wait,
Wars is
no, not DC. Star Wars.
yeah.
Star Wars. Yeah, not all 3 of the platforms. If DC was in there, ooh,
Oh, that'd be wild. But wouldn't it like 35,000?
yeah, on top of the selection that you already get in Marvel Unlimited. I hope there's not a lot of repeat comics.
That's what I was gonna ask. Okay, so that's the thing. We literally could be getting more. We literally could be. It's more Star Wars comics. That's what I'm excited about. Like I don't really. I mean, that's it right there.
Yeah, I'm hoping that it's not just repeat comics. That'd be pointless.
Oh yeah, that'd be so pointless. But I don't see them doing that. But here's my other thing though. Is there really a point to launch a new platform?
Well, Marvel Unlimited. This is not meant to be a pun either. It is limited. It doesn't have everything. Same with DC's comic stuff. If they end up becoming a part of this in the future, because I could see that possibly happening if this thing grows. But Marvel Unlimited, it has a lot, but it's missing a ton as well. So if they are adding to it and just having another collection, but it's under a different branch, I think it'd be awesome. And I could see potential in it. At the moment, is kind of like if it's going to be a lot of the same, then I don't want it. I think it is pointless, but it has potential to be actually very, very good. That 35,000 comics is insane.
Yeah. Yeah, 35,000's a lot, but at the same time, Marvel has so many characters that they could go through 35,000 fast.
Oh, absolutely, bro. Absolutely. But stay tuned for that. Also, we're not we're not sponsored, but if you would like to sponsor us, Marvel Unlimited, that'd be awesome. We will definitely promote you, especially as we get more and more into comic videos.
Yeah, that's definitely a big plan of ours too, is to get very, very heavily into comic videos. I was planning on dropping one tomorrow, but I'm now dropping a trailer breakdown. So, yeah, stay tuned for that, chat.
Welcome back, Taya. You just got back in time. This was some breaking news that happened today. I called Trey. Trey called me he texted me this morning about the whole Mandalorian stuff. I called him about this because this is huge.
I totally forgot. I totally forgot.
James Gunn has teased it almost seems like a confirmation, but he's teasing the villain of Superman Man of Tomorrow, and it looks like it is going to be Brainiac.
Yeah.
Whoo!
Yeah.
Like, we talked about this probably, it was 2 weeks ago because it was episode 9 when Man of Tomorrow got announced. So we talked about it possibly being Brainiac. I didn't think that 2 weeks after the movie gets announced, we'd possibly know who the villain was.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. I I also find it kind of cool that, like, is it just me, or is that seemingly confirming that it is going to be a team up between Lex and Soups? Yeah.
I definitely think it'll be a team up, but it's going to lead to. I think it's going to lead to Lex betraying Superman. I don't see them staying together the whole
Ooh.
time.
What I was gonna say
Because
was I don't see it starting as a team up. Like I feel like it's gonna have to get there.
I could see it starting like that. They get there, and then at the end, he still hates him.
Yeah.
Taya is unfamiliar with Brainiac. Well, here, let me pull up a quick synopsis just of who the character is. Because he's actually a pretty prominent character in DC as far as villains go. So, where we go. So here's the official plot, well, the official character synopsis of him. Brainiac is one of the most intelligent beings in the universe. The wicked Brainiac's genius has challenged Superman time and time again. Superman's nemesis, Lex Luthor, may be the smartest criminal mind on Earth, but his intellect is no match for the alien artificial intelligence known as Brainiac. Nevertheless, Brainiac shares Luthor's intense hatred for the Man of Steel and has continued to use his 12th level intellect over the years to bring down the last son of Krypton. Originally, he's from the planet most frequently named Kalu, and Brainiac's artificial mind and body have morphed several times over the decades. But his unquenchable thirst for absolute knowledge, regardless of the billions of innocents of lives which might be destroyed in the process, has made him one of the most deadliest villains the universe has ever seen. For Brainiac, the knowledge that he acquires is only valuable if he alone can possess it and nobody else. So thanks to his highly advanced computerized brain, Brainiac is always 10 steps ahead of his opponents, even ones as clever as Superman. And ultimately, his inability to see beyond pure logic has always been his downfall. But like a bad computer virus that can never be fully purged, Brainiac always manages to turn up again when one least expects him.
Yeah,
That sounds
pretty
terrifying.
Cool. Yeah. Terrifying, but also like really cool for a villain for a Superman movie. It just seems sick.
To be honest as well, because right now I think James Gunn said his plan for the Superman saga was 4 films. I think what's going to end up happening, he's going to be introduced in the second one. He will be defeated, and then I could see him possibly coming back in the 4th film.
Yeah.
Because he's that big of a villain.
That's actually kind of sick, dude.
So would he be worse than Doomsday? Potentially. He's definitely smarter than Doomsday. But yeah, so Brainiac possibly being the villain of Man of Tomorrow is sick.
I just gotta say,
yeah.
Go ahead.
No, you're cool. Go ahead.
I just gotta say, chat, what a day to be a nerd. Like that was just sick, dude. Like we had a dope plan for the pod, and then we got 2 massive things thrown in here. Like that is just awesome. I freaking love it. My excitement today is through the roof because it's been a little dry out here, chat. It's been a little dry. The Star Wars things, it's been a little rough out here. Although everybody's hating on the trailer. It's kind of upsetting.
I'm happy we got a trailer. Could it have been better? Absolutely. Could it have been worse? Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I'm not upset. I'm happy we got it. But of the trailer, which we'll talk about later.
Yeah, we can say it.
I don't know. But the last little thing, this is more of an announcement. Everybody just remember that Marvel Zombies releases this Wednesday. All 4 parts comes out this Wednesday on Disney+.
Review episode next week?
Yes.
Dude, I'll be honest, I like the review episodes. They're fun.
Yeah, it's cool. We only got to do 2 so far, so it's going to be nice to kind of get back into them.
Chat. I'm going to lock him in right here, chat. You ready for this? I'm so okay with doing these for the animated stuff. But you got to do Visions.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
All right. Even though you didn't watch the first 2 seasons, but that's all right.
I might give them a shot just in order so I could talk about them for the pod.
Fair enough. Fair enough. That's kind of where I am with a lot of stuff because we have so much that we talk about and the three IPs that it's like I gotta know what I'm talking about, you know. So I'm trying to slowly.
Bro,
Hmm.
I just thought about something sick. You've heard of the Black Eyed Peas, right? The band.
Hmm?
Our band name can be the Three IPs.
Chat, where did he think of this, bro?
Hashtag 3IP in the comments right now. Quote it.
That's sick. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We have a pretty cool segment. I'm gonna totally give credit to this for this segment to the boys at the Escape Pod. We're gonna give them credit because this is where I saw it, and so we just thought it'd be a good idea. So what we're gonna be doing is Evan and I are going to be drafting our dream podcast guests. We each get 5, so 10 total picks. Now we've kind of come up with a small piece for the criteria. So no influencers. This is all straight, just people that actors, actresses, producers, writers, blah blah blah, that sort of thing. So what how we want to do this? You got the wheel?
I got the wheel up. Now, everybody, I want you to know I win a lot on the wheel now, but I don't lie. That's not part of my character. I don't pull a number 9 right. So
that's right.
Trey,
No nines, baby.
Trey trusts the wheel.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do? Normally we do snake drafts, like 1 picks and then one person gets 2. We're not doing that. We're going straight back and forth tonight. So whoever gets the first pick, they won't get the last pick. And the only other thing is, are we having them vote like they did on theirs?
It's really hard to do with a lot on live, unless we had like 1,000 people watching. Do we?
Well, we can have people vote for clips.
Yeah, that's fine.
So if you were watching this in the playback, then vote whose list of podcast guests you think is the best.
Yeah.
All right. So
spin that wheel.
Spin that wheel. We're pressing the button in 3, 2, and boom, it's going. And the first pick goes to. Here's the thing. The first pick goes to Trey.
All right, chat. I feel like right now you have to do it. Give me James Gunn.
Dude, you suck.
Give me James Gunn.
You suck. I'm taking James Gunn.
I had to, bro.
All right. Since Trey took James Gunn, I think the only other reasonable pick in the first pick would be, for me, Kevin Feige.
That's a great pick, bro.
Yeah, so was yours. That's why I'm upset. Great pick. That was going to be mine.
Chat. I had to take one of them first because I knew he was taking the other one, which leaves George Lucas for me. So I'm taking George.
All right, that's respectable. I feel like since you took one of mine, I gotta take one of yours.
Oh, he's doing it.
Give me Dave Filoni.
That's a good pick, dude.
I want to talk about the Clone Wars with him.
Yeah, and
absolutely,
and the Heir to the Empire stuff. That's
yeah, absolutely.
Now's where it gets a little rough because he took my next pick.
Yes,
but I don't know. Man, I don't know who I would take next from that side of things. I do, but it would really make him mad. But I also don't think I would want to take him this high.
No, this is not all Star Wars, Taya. I got Kevin Feige from Marvel. I got Dave Filoni from Star Wars. Trey's got James Gunn, and then he's got George Lucas, who created Star Wars.
This is just anything in our niches that we, people that we'd love to have on the pod. Really, what we're. I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Give me Jon Favreau.
Man, you're going like all the creators.
Yeah. Well, I feel like there's a lot of interesting things we could, topics we could talk about with them people,
It's true. I respect it. I figured he was going to go at some point, but I was like, man,
Yeah.
I don't know how many actors you're going to have or not. For my third pick, give me the man himself. Give me Robert Downey Jr.
Ooh. Okay. I like that pick. That's a good pick.
Because he could talk about everything Marvel as well.
Yeah. That's kind of where I'm at with John.
We did say living, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So Stan Lee's off limits.
Yeah. I totally forgot to mention that, chat, but yeah, we're just doing living, which makes me sad because I would have loved to have James Earl Jones.
Yeah, you take James. I definitely would take Stan Lee.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, definitely. Wait, so who'd you take? That was at 3.
RDJ.
That's right, RDJ. Man. So 4. We each got 2 picks left, chat. Give me Kathleen.
Go ahead again.
I'm just kidding. I'm not. Did you hear what I said?
Yeah, don't ever joke like that again. That's terrible. That's terrible. Oh.
Tasha.
Are you serious?
No. Dude, Dream, oh man, top 10 is so hard because that's really what we're doing. Because there's a very good chance we both would have put all 6 of these so far in the top 10.
Then let's go 7. 7 each.
7 each?
Yeah.
I gotta add 2. I gotta have 4 more.
Oh, unless you just want to do 5 still.
No, let's do it. Let's do it.
All right. We'll add 2 more. We're just getting 7 picks.
Yeah, I'm with it, bro.
That way it gives, because dude, there's so many people I'd love to have on the pod, but it's like I gotta narrow it down.
Yeah. Then all right. Then with 4, I'm gonna go ahead and take Sam Witwer.
Oh, okay. Good pick. Good pick.
Yeah. Sam would be incredible to have on here, and just because that dude has so much lore knowledge on Star Wars, it would be so much fun just picking that dude's brain.
This is tough. Give me Christian Bale.
Interesting. Okay.
He's been in both universes.
Yep. Christian Bale. Dude, how can I not? Because this guy means more than just Star Wars. Give me Mark Hamill.
Yeah, I knew that was going. Joker as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, Joker, you got Luke Skywalker, one of the most iconic characters in all of history. Dog played Skips, right? Can't forget the homie Skips, okay? And he was also in Invincible. It's crazy, bro. Dude's done a lot. I'll give it to him.
My fifth pick? Oh, man.
Yeah, it's getting a little hard.
I feel like I gotta do it because this person means a lot to me.
Yeah,
Give me Andrew Garfield.
that was the one I mentioned earlier that I said I didn't want to pick that high. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Him falling to the 10th pick of the draft is crazy.
Yeah. Dude, that'd be an incredible one. I think the thing about like the reason I went heavy on creators is because like the actors and actresses are cool, but the creators are literally the ones putting to screen the things that we love. You know what I mean?
Right.
Hmm. I have to do it. There's no way I couldn't. Give me Ashley Eckstein.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah.
I figured that had to be on there. See, I've got like
Bro,
5 names floating in my head right now.
let's go 10.
No, we can't do that.
Let's
We
go
can't
10.
do that. You don't go, fine, we're going top 10.
We're
We're going
going
top
10.
10.
We're going 10
Um,
shots.
this is gonna be the rest of the pod. Okay. What's crazy is I'm about to get a 2-for-1 special.
Huh?
Give me the Russo brothers.
That's cheating, chat. No, I'm just kidding.
Give me the
I'm
Russo
with it.
brothers.
I'm with it.
Literally created Civil War. They created Winter Soldier, Endgame, Infinity War, Doomsday, and Secret Wars.
Yeah.
Need them on my list.
Yeah, that's I can't blame you there, dude. Um the crazy thing is there's gonna be somebody we forget.
Oh, absolutely.
We're gonna get halfway through the pod and be like, oh no. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm trying to like really figure it out. I don't want to miss anything. Or well, I guess anybody.
Don't wanna miss a thing.
Jeez.
That's a staple.
Yeah.
He sits on my desk specifically for Mondays.
Give me Hayden Christensen.
I thought about stealing that from you.
Yeah. It was a must.
Honestly, so far I've only got one. Technically, no, actually I only have one from the Star Wars universe. So I think I need to kind of pick somebody up. And
That's fair.
I'm gonna pick up my favorite. Give me Ewan McGregor.
I like that. Oh, Ewan. If that's the case, I've got one.
Don't do it. Yeah, I know you do. I think it's somebody who's on the back burner for me.
Really?
Possibly.
Male or female?
I'm not going to tell you that.
No, I'm not going to change my pick. I got it locked in. I promise.
Male.
Okay, mine's female.
Okay. Oh, I know what you're doing.
You do? You think?
Yeah, dude. Go ahead, take.
Do you?
Yep. Hold on. As you say it, I'm gonna do something.
Yep. Give me Haley Steinfeld. Yep. Actually, it was more of Spider-Gwen. It's kind of what I was thinking, but yeah. Either way, Yeah, give me Haley Steinfeld.
Yeah, dude. See, she's been in a ton. Oh, I'm gonna save that one for later because I don't think that one's gonna get picked. But this next one is specifically for the reason because she's a super fan of Marvel, and she gets to be a part of it, and she would be an absolute joy to talk to. Give me Aman Vellani.
Who's that?
Miss Marvel.
Oh.
She's
okay.
the one who corrects Kevin Feige about it being not Earth 616 because that's the comic universe.
Really?
She is a super fan, bro. She'd be awesome to have.
How do you spell that?
IMAN
Mm-hmm.
VELLANI.
All right. 2 more picks, chat. It's kind of to the point of a little rough now.
What's crazy? I have 3, but I got to narrow it down to 2 because we're not going past 10.
Let's go 37.
36, but last year at 37.
Oh, man.
Harry Potter's entered the chat. 4 IPs. That's our new band name. 3 IPs broke up.
Yep. Let's see here. I need to re-look at my list.
You just gave me the look like you're about to say, "Do you remember Thunderhead?"
Chat, with my 9th pick, I take Elizabeth Olsen.
That's okay. I'm not mad about it.
Yeah, well, of course not, because you'll still get to be on the pod.
Yeah.
There's no reason to be mad about these.
Little do you know, you're inviting my wife to meet me.
Yeah, that was the point.
Trey's the introduction. My next pick, I think, is a very, very good sleeper pick. And the reason why I'll say that is because he's been in the Star Wars universe. And he's played not 1, but 2 characters in the Marvel universe. Give me Oscar Isaac.
Ooh. Okay. That's interesting. I'm with that.
He's played Poe Dameron. He has played he's played 3 characters in the Marvel Universe. He's played Moon Knight, he's played Apocalypse, and he has played Miguel O'Hara, Spider-Man 2099.
Yep.
3 Marvel characters.
That's crazy. But they can do it when they do stuff with animation, too.
Right. People are thinking he's going to show up in Doomsday not as Moon Knight. They think he's going to show up as Apocalypse.
What if he shows up as Miguel O'Hara?
And he's animated.
What if he's not? It'd be kind of cool.
It would be cool.
Does
Honestly,
he have the build, though?
think you can do it.
I think you could do it, but Miguel O'Hara seems pretty tall. I don't think Oscar's that tall. That's the only thing.
I got a secret to tell you. Robbie Coltrane was not actually a giant.
What?
O'Hara.
Oh my goodness. Jeez.
Rest in peace, Hagrid.
Yeah. You know who else wasn't really a giant but played a giant? Peter Dinklage. Oh. Oh, freak, dude.
Just said the way you just said Peter Dinklage killed me.
Oh, freak, dude.
You said Peter Dinklage.
I started laughing, bro.
It's an angry elf.
Oh, freak. Oh, man.
I think you gotta take Peter Dinklage with your final pick.
I don't know who I'm taking with my final pick. It's kind of rough.
Holy cow. I'm crying. I just realized, bro, I gotta talk to Jon Favreau about Elf. We have to have Peter Dinklage.
Oh my goodness, bro. Dude, guys, chat. We would have Jon Favreau on. We would probably only get like an hour with all of these people. And Evan would literally be like, I want to show you my special hidden talent and recite Elf for the whole hour. That's all we would do. There would be no podcast. Bro, Jon Favreau would be sitting there like,
bro, I gotta learn the cotton ball trick so I can pull one out from behind his ear.
like, on the camera? You pulls it out from behind the camera? Dude, he'd probably laugh, Loki. All right, chat. Thing.
That's the thing.
Bro. All right, chat, let's lock in. All right, Ev, here's what I need from you. I need you to pick your camera up and show me all of your Funkos.
It's plugged into the laptop. I have to leave the laptop.
Oh, freak, man.
Holy cow.
You know what? I got it.
Huh.
He's played in more than just Star Wars, but he hasn't been in a Star Wars movie or show. Give me Cameron Monaghan.
Ooh. Good pick.
Yeah, I like that.
Honestly, somebody who I'm not taking this character, by the way, but someone who I'm surprised you didn't take, because he's been in Star Wars and Marvel, Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, that's not horrible.
Let's see. See, I could go someone cool like J.K. Simmons, who I went to a Reds game with, by the way. I could go with him, but I'm not. There's 3 people running through my mind right now.
There's not, bro. there's one that's on top of my head. There's no way you didn't pick.
There's one that I absolutely adore. Met him twice. He's awesome. He's possible. There's somebody pretty mischievous who's an option. And there's another director who's possible. I think, though, since I got Christian Bale, I will not take Christopher Nolan. So that means it's between two. And, you know, as much as I love Tom Hiddleston, I gotta stay true. I'm taking Charlie Cox.
Yeah, that was. I'm surprised you let him get this far.
I knew you wouldn't take him.
Yeah, that's fair.
Just like I wouldn't have taken Ashley Eckstein.
Yeah, but see the thing, like you and I have similar reasons for Ashley and Charlie. We've met them, so
Yeah.
Like I've met Ashley, and I truly, in my heart, believe she would be a wonderful person to have on the pod. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. Just from what you've told me about her, just how she seems like in like interviews and stuff, she seems awesome.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, Charlie's probably the most personable person that I've ever met as far as celebrity. Like he was just so nice.
Yeah.
See, one person who I thought you were gonna take, who I contemplated for a little bit, Robert Pattinson.
I had the same thought.
And there's actually another person who I kind of like regret not putting on this list
Really?
because they are an absolute nerd.
Who?
Henry Cavill.
Ooh. That would have been a stellar pick. I didn't even think about Henry Cavill.
So I will say this: I'm not going to change my list. But if Robert Downey Jr. costs $1 million a minute, I'm taking Henry Cavill instead.
Yeah. But again, this was Dream Podcast with like no problems whatsoever. So
yeah.
Now here's a quick question before we name them off for people to vote. Are there any people on either of our lists that you think there's actually a decent chance the bigger we get? I think there's a huge chance Ashley will end up being on our podcast. I really do.
Out of all the people on this list, I think the most likely, I'm not even kidding, is Aman Vellani, who's like a massive
Really?
Marvel fan. That's possible. She's young, up and coming in Marvel. I don't really know if Charlie does stuff like this, but I would totally try.
Sam Witwer too, I think he would do it.
Honestly, somebody else who'd be really cool is James Arnold Taylor.
Yeah. It was kind of hard to leave him off because I think there's a good chance we could pull that one off, to be honest.
As I said, Ewan McGregor, I thought about James Arnold Taylor.
I did too.
But, yep. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is no longer a top 5 list. This is a top 10 list. So these are our teams for the podcast guest draft. Which team do you think was better? My team consisted of Kevin Feige, Dave Filoni, Robert Downey Jr., Christian Bale, Andrew Garfield, the Russo brothers, Ewan McGregor, Aman Vellani, Oscar Isaac, and Charlie Cox.
My team consisted of James Gunn, George Lucas, Jon Favreau, Sam Witwer, Mark Hamill, Ashley Eckstein, Hayden Christensen, Haley Steinfeld, Elizabeth Olsen, and Cameron Monaghan. Yeah, it's pretty cool. That's a stellar list of 20, dude.
If we got all 20, whew.
Yeah, that would be pretty wild. Pretty wild, to be quite honest.
Not even kidding. I feel like the most difficult on here wouldn't even be James Gunn or Kevin Feige. I think the two most difficult people are both on my list: Robert Downey Jr. and Christian Bale.
Yeah, RDJ will be. Imagine now, hear me out. What if we got to do a podcast with James Gunn and Kevin Feige at the same time? Dog.
Bro.
And our podcast is where they announced they were doing an Avengers versus Justice League movie. That'd be wild.
And they're releasing Marvel versus DC Rivals.
Yeah. Tell me that wouldn't be sick to have both of them on.
It'd break the internet.
Oh, dude. Yeah. It would.
I was sick. That
Definitely
was fun.
Oh, dude, that was so much fun. I wasn't expecting us to turn it into 10, but I'm with it.
Yeah.
So with it. Yeah. Katie Sackhoff. I forgot about Katie Sackhoff.
2% Club.
Yep. Yep. Ready to go?
Let's go.
All right, chat. So we have a little bit of Lucasfilm rumors. Now, I'm going to give a little bit of my take after I talk about the rumor. Evan, feel free to jump in whenever you feel like. Lucasfilm reportedly no longer wants to make Disney Plus series and instead wants to make smaller budget films. Now, the first thing to say here is that it is Lucasfilm, not Disney. So I can't point the finger at Avengers Doomsday and say 2 billion, right? But I don't know if that's the right move. I don't think the shows being on Disney Plus has been the problem. Clearly because Andor did stellar and it was $750 million. So I don't think that's the problem. I think the problem is putting certain money, giving more money to places that don't deserve it as much as other spots that you took money from. You see what I'm saying? And pretty much what I'm getting at there is more money to the Acolyte than Kenobi. I don't really think that makes any sense.
No, that was dumb.
I don't even think Andor should have gotten more money than Kenobi. Now, I understand Kenobi was only 6 episodes. It was originally supposed to be a movie. Or was it a trilogy?
Yeah. Trilogy.
Dude. Now, I will say, as a Star Wars fan, I think most of us understand that there's been it's felt like a massive drought in the theater. I mean, it's been 6 years, bro. Well, coming up on 6. Now, we are getting a movie. We actually have a couple announced, which is incredible. But I don't know if that's the move, bro.
Do you want to know my honest opinion? I think, regardless of what good projects have come, I think overall, Disney Plus has hurt Marvel and Star Wars.
Really?
Because, yeah, I think shows are cool. The Mandalorian was very, very big. It launched Disney Plus.
Yep.
Other than season 3, The Mandalorian has been great. I'm looking forward to the movie. WandaVision was great. Loki was great. I like and enjoy most stuff, but I think overall, Disney Plus shows as opposed to like a film, I think overall has hurt the companies rather than helped it.
Interesting. In a way, I could kind of see that, yeah. I've still to this day don't understand the budget that they've put into some of these shows. It doesn't make any sense to me.
No, and think about if they were putting that money in the films.
Yeah. Yeah. Crazy, dude. I don't get it. I have no idea at this point what the budget is for Mando. but I would imagine it's not cheap because they're not. I'm pretty sure they actually used um, sets and they didn't just use the volume. So, which the volume was huge in seasons 1 and 2, and I think 3. Yeah.
Think about how much money they got to pay Pedro.
Well, but why? He's
I
not
know.
even doing it.
I know.
It's literally Brendan Wayne.
Yeah, just Pedro's voice.
Pedro's voice, and there's probably going to be one scene in the movie at the end when he dies that they're going to take off his helmet.
You think he dies?
I kind of. If they're going to find their way to push Grogu, that's it. Now, I don't 100% believe he's going to die, but I think there's a shot there. I really do. But we can talk about that in a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that was really kind of, I mean, didn't even go near our 15 minutes, but that was really all
That's
that was.
okay.
Yeah, I mean, we've made up for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've definitely made up for it. You got anything to add? By all means, throw it in.
I think I said my piece. I think Disney Plus can do a lot better. And
I think they can do a lot better.
I think it's been more of a negative than a positive.
I almost feel like another thing it's kind of done. Not even I can't even just solely blame Disney Plus. I'm probably going to try to blame streaming in total. People just don't go to the movies, man. Like
No.
in my opinion at $15, we spent 20. At $20 a pop, Superman only popping 600 million is kind of crazy to me. It's kind of like, bro, what is Mando and Grogu going to have to make for them to justify continuing to make Star Wars films? That's kind of scary.
I'm not even going to lie. Realistically, I think Mando and Grogu is going to make somewhere between 300 and 400 million.
Really? Profit or total?
Total.
No.
Because I don't see it making more money than Superman.
It's gonna make more money than Superman. First Star Wars movie in 6 years. There's no way. Now I will say, for that to happen, they really got to go in on their marketing. And their next trailers have to give us something more.
A big reason why I don't think is because just that their marketing is horrible for Star Wars. Think about how long it's been since we have gotten any scrap of news about this movie.
I mean, that's fair. But, I mean, we still got what? 9 months?
I think they'll start probably pushing it December.
Yeah. I was honestly yeah, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, we're going to get a big trailer during a Monday Night Football game. Watch.
Or on Christmas.
We always get a big trailer during Monday Night Football because it's ESPN. Yep.
So we'll see, but I don't know. I don't have a ton of faith right now, especially because the way movies have been doing.
I will say though, do you think that includes animation?
What?
There's them not wanting to make Disney Plus shows. There's no way.
I think that would be the wrong move.
Yeah. There's no way that includes animation. Because their animation's hitting.
Is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think the negatives of Disney Plus has been because of animation.
No. No, bro. Not in the slightest. I think I'm ready to move, my brother.
All right.
All right, chat. Once again, mystery segment time. It is my turn this week. So, Evan, is going to be blind ranking comic book characters.
I wish I had my Daredevil mask.
Listen, there's some funny stuff. This is kind of going to be funny because I'm really it's going to be hard. But again, I said comic book characters. That is the sole bottom line criteria.
How many am I getting?
Every character you know of, I will say that at least 7.
Yeah.
Chat, this is gonna be funny, bro. I'm really interested to see what he does here because he's gonna. I can't say too much.
All right.
Let me know when you're ready. All right.
I'm ready.
Starting off, we have Thanos.
Thanos. I got a couple numbers in my head right now. I'm debating. I'm going to put Thanos at 5.
Interesting. Okay. Next up, you have the Joker.
Oh. That's sick. I'm going 2.
Ooh. All right. I wonder how well he knows me, chat. Do you think he knows? Do you think you have an idea of the last 5?
Not at all.
No clue.
No.
All right. Time for the wrench, chat. You ready? Daredevil.
I love Daredevil. I'm not putting him 1.
It's fair.
I think I'm going to put Daredevil at 4.
Daredevil at 4.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we have my boy, the one and only Miles Morales.
Okay. This is where I wish my list was a little bit different.
Mm.
I'm going to put Miles Morales, and this is not because I dislike the character. I would have put him at 5, but I'm putting him at 6.
It's fair. Yeah, it's fair. Where would you have moved Thanos?
Yeah, I would have moved Thanos down.
All right. This is interesting. Batman.
Oh, see, I gotta hope you didn't put Spider-Man on this list because you just put Miles. Now,
Technically,
could I?
You did just say Spider-Man.
This is true. You got the Ultimate Spider-Man down there, but I don't know. I could see you putting both Peter and Miles on the same list with Batman and the Joker and Daredevil. No, I love characters, but I don't know if you did or not. And with that being said, to play it safe, I'm going to put Batman at 1.
It's fair. Oh, you're gonna be so mad, bro. Green Goblin.
I think I'm going to be mad because you did put Peter Parker on this list. And that means I'm going to have to put Green Goblin at 7. As much as I love the Goblin, he's going 7.
Now remember, all I said was you know who the characters are. That's all I said.
Yep. You're going to give me like Happy Hogan or something like that.
You ready to know who's 3?
Sure.
Omni-Man.
Okay. don't know who. I don't watch Invincible, but we'll put him there. I heard people like him.
That's funny, bro. He was so ready. Like when he heard the Green Goblin, he was like,
Looking at this list, if I was going to re-rank them,
Omni Man be 7
I'm,
for you.
I'm still keeping Batman at 1. I'm keeping the Joker at 2. I would put Daredevil at 3.
Over Green Goblin?
Green Goblin would be 4. I would put Miles 5, Thanos at 6, and Omni-Man at 7.
That's fair.
So, yeah. But I'm happy you didn't give me some. You didn't give me like the Condiment King, like the Batman villain. Like,
no,
you didn't give me. I thought you were about to give me like some scrub, dude.
No,
like
Omni-Man is not a scrub.
Because they're Star Wars comics, and I was like, oh, he's gonna give me Jar Jar Binks.
That didn't even cross my mind.
See, when you went Thanos and then the Joker, I'm not even gonna lie. I thought that your third person you were gonna name was Darth Vader.
Really?
But then you said Daredevil, and I'm like, okay, different. But yeah, honestly,
yeah,
I don't hate
that was kind of cool.
It's just I'd change it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Because I really thought you were about to put Green Goblin 3, and I was like, that throws off the funny Omni-Man thing because it would have been 7. It wouldn't have been funny at that point.
I started overthinking it because I'm like, oh, great. He probably put Peter on this list. He probably put him last. He definitely put Batman on there to throw it off. But I'm happy with Batman and Joker being 1 and 2.
Oh, I mean, yeah. It's. I mean, look at your wall.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, you can't hate on that for sure. That was pretty cool.
That was sick. I like. We definitely got to do more blind rankings.
Yeah, I think so too. That because I mentioned that last night. I was like, we're gonna end up wanting to do these more.
Yeah. That was sick. Mystery segments are always a blast.
Oh, 100%.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next segment that we're about to do, it needs a little bit of an explanation, but it is brand new. And I'll explain what we're going to be doing in a second, but we have to talk about the name first. Because the name of this segment, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cam Takes.
Cam Takes.
This is brought to you. The name is brought to you by the one and only Nerds of Ren. Because we are about to be giving hot takes of just anything Marvel, DC, Star Wars. And Trey and Cam typically argue a lot about their takes. A lot of hot takes are given. But it's going to be kind of new too because Trey and I don't really disagree on a lot. So we're kind of going to see if we can disagree or debate on a little bit tonight. So yeah, this is going to be Cam Takes.
Yeah, I would like to go first.
Okay.
Now, this is a hot take in terms of just I think a lot of comic book movie fans would disagree with this. That's kind of where my hot take lies. And so Superman 2025 was a better start to the DCU than Iron Man was to the MCU.
We've talked about this.
I truly, in my heart, think it sets it up better. However, I felt like more was writing on it too. Truly.
See, that's kind of where I feel like there's even more of a hot take.
Really?
And the reason I say that is because, yes, DC has sucked for a long time because DC has tried to be Marvel and they failed. Mm-hmm. And so I there was a lot riding on this film. This is the start of the universe. The reason why I'm saying I think Iron Man may have been even more of there's a lot more riding on it is looking at Robert Downey Jr. He hadn't acted in anything big because of his issues with substance abuse, and they were like, we're putting our entire reputation, everything on the line for a man who just changed his life, got fixed. We don't know if anything's going to happen later on. This movie could suck. People won't come see it because, Robert Downey Jr. had that falling out in Hollywood. And if it doesn't work, you got to think too. Marvel was coming off of being bankrupt.
Yeah.
Like they barely had any characters.
Yeah.
And like if the beginning of their universe failed, I don't know if we ever would have gotten any more superhero movies because
Really?
we definitely wouldn't have gotten what we got. And maybe they would have continued to make X-Men movies, or maybe Tobey's Spider-Man would have still continued. But I don't know. So
Yeah.
I feel like Iron Man had more writing on it. Because if DC didn't work, I just think they would have stuck with making animation.
Really?
Because you're telling me you have two failed universes? Or they would have just continued the DCEU.
I think they would have. Oh my lord, Zack Snyder. That should have been one of my 10. Dude, I like Rebel Moon.
See, I saw a hot take earlier, and I can't comment about it because I haven't seen most of the DCEU. But there was a hot take that was listed that talked about how Zack Snyder is not a good director. He just gets big budgets.
Didn't
Because they talked about the new Justice League movie, the second version of it was only a little bit better than the first one, and it wasn't good. It was just a little bit better.
Yeah. I don't know, man. That dude's a massive nerd too, though, bro.
He is.
Yeah.
And I think it's impressive that they filmed the entire remake of the Justice League in his backyard.
Dude, crazy. Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh yeah.
But is Superman a better movie than Iron Man? Yes. Is it a better start to the collective world? It might be a better start, but I think a lot more was riding on Iron Man.
I mean, I can see where the way that you pinpoint it now. However, I don't know, man. It just doesn't. Dude, it felt like so much was on Superman. Just because, yeah, I get what you mean about how we may have never gotten what we have, all the stuff we have now. But we didn't know that, right? We knew that DC had a lot of massive shoes to fill because the DCEU was trash. We knew that. Marvel, we didn't know what we were missing because we didn't have it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I also think, though, that if Iron Man doesn't do well, we're not getting. We would never have gotten the rights for Spider-Man to be a part of anything. He would just still be with Sony. Like, a lot of these characters never would have been able to be bought back by Marvel because they wouldn't have had money.
Yeah, that's fair too.
That had to be a success in order for them to even have the rights back to their stuff.
Yeah.
Because DC's, they have access to all their stuff. As far as I'm aware of.
Yeah.
Like, we're still in joint custody with Spider-Man. We may never see. I hope we do, but it's going to be really tough trying to get Kingpin into a live-action film.
I just want him as Spider-Man.
They're trying. They really are. Like, he could be the villain of 5 or 6.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I kind of got to sit with that one a little bit more.
Yeah.
But I think that was a solid one. Mm-hmm. I could see I could see why DC has a lot riding on it.
They did.
I just don't know if it's more.
The thing is too is like, I think it worked. I think it worked.
I definitely think that they're a lot more hyped now.
Oh yeah, by far.
and I think that there's more excitement. I definitely think there's more excitement for the DCU now than what there was when Iron Man first launched. I think the excitement level of fans is higher
Yeah.
because you also started with a bigger character.
Yeah.
All right, you got anything else?
I'll let you go now.
All right, do you want me to go with my Star Wars one or my non-Star Wars one?
Go Star Wars.
Okay, I think
Actually,
that this could
actually,
be
don't go Star Wars because I'm my next one's kind of Star Wars.
okay. So
Wait, that doesn't make a
I
difference. I'm
no,
stupid. That doesn't make a difference. You can do whatever you want, bro.
I'll
Whichever
start.
one.
I'll start with the Star Wars. Actually, no,
All right.
I'll start with the Marvel one.
All right.
I think villains such as Ultron and Hela, they had more potential than Thanos ever did, but they were wasted.
Oh,
And I agree with this.
that's interesting. Can you elaborate?
Like, think about it. Obviously, we're getting Ultron back in the Vision show. So he may not be as wasted as he has been. But Thanos' claim to fame has always been it's the main thing. I think that sets him up to have limited potential because what he did was awesome. Like, and them setting it up the way they did, how it was the Infinity Saga, like that was good. I'm not taking away from what he was as a villain, a great villain. But I think that if they would have not let Ultron kind of be a one-off until they started bringing it back in What If and now Vision, Ultron could have been built up way bigger than Thanos ever got built.
We also still have King Thanos too,
True. I
which
don't
is
know for
coming.
a fact I don't know for a fact if it's coming though.
It seems very likely.
But yeah, I think that and Hella's literally she was a pretty tough villain to defeat, dude. And I don't know. I think that the stories that they could have done with her could have been a lot more compelling as well. But Ultron more. I think that Ultron has a lot more potential than Thanos does as a character.
Ultron, I could see. I don't necessarily know too much about Hela, so I can't really elaborate much on that one.
But yeah, like without the Infinity Gauntlet, Thanos still does stuff. But that's like the main thing about him. And it's like
Mm.
once that's done, there's not a lot you can do with him.
Yeah, I wonder if. Do you think they could come up with any better stories?
Probably there probably are some really good Thanos stories as well. I just haven't read them. I just know that his biggest claim is that. Um, could they write stuff with him? Probably, to be honest. I'm sure that he could figure out like a new fascination. Like there's another claim, and like he's going after like I don't want him to just be the guy though who only goes and stuff to like basically obliterate half the world.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think he needs another motive
Yeah.
because like Ultron just views humanity as the problem because all this death and all this stuff happens because humans, because we're imperfect. And like Ultron wants to like eradicate the problem, but by doing that, he's getting rid of.
Yeah, that's fair. Mm. It's hard because I don't know too much about Ultron outside of the movie, and of course, like some stuff on Rivals. But that one I can see a little bit. I still want to lean Thanos because I like Thanos, and I think Infinity War was one of the greatest comic book movies ever.
It
So
is.
yeah,
It is. That's kind of why I'm like, what they did with Thanos. Yeah, it's great. They did it phenomenally. But yeah, I just think his potential is limited.
Yeah, that's fair.
I definitely think we're gonna have a back and forth between the next one though, for mine. But go ahead.
I think we're about to with this one.
Oh no. Okay, we saved the good ones.
We did. Ladies and gentlemen, my hot take doesn't feel like a hot take to me because I don't even think it's remotely close. Now, I'm going to say I have not finished every single one of one side, but I've done enough that my take is valid. Evan's not ready for this, chat. As a whole, the Star Wars Battlefront IP, all of those games collectively, are night and day better than the Spider-Man games. Night and day. Night and day, bro. Now, I almost said something that was fighting words, but then I realized that I can't. I can't because I haven't played them.
Yeah, about to say, do not touch Arkham. Arkham is the best franchise. Bro.
Now, once I've played them, my take's going to be my take.
Dude, my thing about it, the reason I think this is hard to compare because Spider-Man is not a multiplayer game.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
it's all story based.
Mm-hmm.
There's a story within Battlefront. Now, if you're trying to tell me that the stories in Battlefront are better than the Spider-Man games, I think that's absolutely absurd.
I'm not gonna say like the Battlefront 2 story mode is better now.
Because I was gonna say that's not cool.
Now, the OG Battlefront 2, that story mode is good. Start as a clone, end up as Anakin, bro.
That's cool.
That's a sick storyline.
I'm still leaning Spider-Man. And the reason why I'm still leaning Spider-Man is because think about it. How many games do we have where it's like a point and shoot, you're a soldier, and you do stuff like that? How many games do you have where you literally swing by a web around New York and it actually feels like you are the character? Not just like a soldier. You feel like the actual hero.
Yeah, that's fair. But I'm also going to give you this. In terms of Battlefront 2, bro, that game is how old now? Came out in 2017. That game's 8 years old. Still, graphically, looks as good or better than all the Spider-Man games that are way newer.
Dude, Spider-Man 2, I think the graphics are better than Spider-Man 2 than it is.
Dog. It might be close. It might be close. Dude.
I'll give you PS4 Spider-Man, but
that's fair.
Spider-Man 2, no.
That's fair. I'll take that.
Older games, like when you get like the Ultimate Alliance games and stuff like that for Spider-Man, dude, I think the stories in those games are better as well.
Those are we comparing those to like Battlefront 1, Battlefront 2, like 2001 or 2003, 2005, or 4 and 5?
Dude, the stories in those games are phenomenal because it's not just Spider-Man, bro. That brings in like so many Marvel characters and villains.
3 and 5. Here's the thing: Battlefront 1 and 2 are so influential. It's not even close. It's not even remotely close. There's no way you can tell me that those Spider-Man games were more influential for that IP and that brand than those two Battlefront games from the early 2000s.
I won't say they're more influential, but I think that their stories are still better.
See, I don't think I'd go there.
But as far as saying that the graphics are better than Spider-Man 2, bro.
Spider-Man 2 is a much more close one than the other one.
I was gonna say, that game was one of the first that they put for the PlayStation 5.
Yeah. Also, I am including the Miles game in there, but it doesn't really.
That game's story is fine. That story is not better. Yeah. But the stories, though, the first one, and PS4, and then the Spider-Man 2, the stories of those are way better.
Yeah,
bro, you got the Sinister Six.
See, I won't argue the Battlefront 2 storyline. And Battlefront 1 didn't even have one. because it was just straight multiplayer. But the OG ones carry enough that I think as a whole, that IP is stronger than the Spider-Man gaming IP. Is 100%. I've
I
never
honestly
seen.
think that
Go ahead.
I honestly think that when Spider-Man 3 comes out, because they're not just going to do Spider-Man 3, they're also probably going to have a Venom game coming out. I think that by the time it's all said and done and those two games come out, I think the entirety of the story will be better than.
Say it again. You cut out.
I think that by the time the Venom and Spider-Man 3 come out, all of the stories collectively told between the 5 games are going to be better than all of the stories, period, of any Battlefront game.
Here's the part you don't. Here's the part you're not thinking of. Since we're talking the next spot, Battlefront 3 would break the internet in ways Spider-Man would never imagine.
The only thing about it, though, I know for a fact we're getting a Venom at a Spider-Man 3 game. We don't know a thing about Battlefront 3 other than it's going to be expensive to make.
That was aimed at hurting feelings, and I did not appreciate it. I did not appreciate that. That hurt my feelings.
It's the truth. We don't know if that's even going to happen. It would break the internet, and if that happened, yeah, I get it. It would be more influential than Spider-Man 3. But right now, Spider-Man 3's it'll be here within the next 2-3 years.
I wish Battlefront would be in the next 3 years.
You find out that they do a surprise release on Christmas,
like a full release.
Full release. You don't even hear about it. It just happens.
I'd feel so bad for my family,
bro.
I'd feel so bad for my family. I'd be in here all day, spending Christmas playing Battlefront, streaming.
Like there would sure to be wrecks of people trying to rush to stores. There'd be fights.
Rush to stores. I'm download. Actually, I'd want it. I'd want the physical copy.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's kind of crazy to think about. I honestly think that would be one of the coolest things that they could do. I know that setting it up and getting the hype built for it's awesome, but imagine they just dropped it out of nowhere. Can you imagine that kind of hype for a game?
Dude, we talk about the announcement breaking the internet. That would be unbelievable. Like, I would probably almost put money on it that anybody, like if it dropped tomorrow, I truly in my heart believe I could do a reaction. Like I'm talking about like just not even the full game, just the trailer. If they dropped a trailer and announcement tomorrow, I almost would put money on it that me or any other small creator could make a reaction and it'd pop 100K easy. The way that movement has been the last few months is insane.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane. Yeah, my friend, that was my 2.
Okay. I think that this one's about to get a little bit of a conversation. Especially because it's about your baby.
Oh no.
No, not Ahsoka, just Star Wars in general. Star Wars thrives more in animation than it does in live action.
In terms of what?
Overall, just everything. I think that Star Wars animation is it's more well received than live action.
More people watch live action, but the hardcores watch the animation. It's hard, bro. Like it's hard to figure out my thoughts on that.
And I think a big reason, and I think even Dave Filoni's talked about it, because like think about the editing process. You don't like something, you can go in and change something. Movies, you got limited time, you got limited resources, animation. Not saying that all animation is good. Obviously, like there's things that I'm not a big fan of, but when it comes to the animation, there's a whole lot less flaw as far as story, as far as just everything goes. And I think overall, it definitely divides the fandom less.
Oh, that is a fact. I will 100% concede the fact that there's less Star Wars fandom divide over the animation than there is the live action shows or movies. That is, I agree.
Because like, think about the Clone Wars. I genuinely think the people who hate the Clone Wars are just people who.
Yeah.
But anybody who watches it, I feel like they love it.
Oh, dude, the Clone Wars was so good. It's see, because the problem with Thrives is like the criteria of it. Because yeah, there's less fandom divide and stuff for like Bad Batch as opposed to Andor. But Andor was good.
Yeah.
See what I mean?
Andor kind of broke the cycle. Because Mando was good, season 3 was not. Kenobi, there's good moments. Overall, could have been better. The Acolyte was probably the most divisive thing that we've ever gotten from Star Wars. More than episode 8.
The Acolyte was ridiculously divisive.
So, Andor, I don't know a lot of people who dislike Andor at all. Like, I think the biggest complaint people have with Andor is it doesn't have lightsabers.
Well,
But there's
never
a reason.
mind. I was gonna say something. I ain't gonna say it.
But, so, I think also in terms, animation Star Wars is more watchable, rewatchable than the first, than the live action.
Ooh. But you got to realize what you're throwing into that bubble.
I know I'm putting the OT in there. The OT and
the PT.
prequels. Yeah, the OT and the PT. That's the thing though. Not everybody loves the prequels. They're better received now.
Yeah.
The OT is kind of like those are timeless, regardless of who you are, unless you're just a newer fan and you love the sequels. I found that a lot of people who love the sequels hate the originals.
That's not true.
I don't know a ton of people. Like obviously you love it all, but I feel like there's a lot of people who they look at the sequels, obviously love them, but they don't enjoy the old ones as much. And I think it's just because they. I think a part of the problem is most fans cannot sit down and watch a movie from the 70s, which I think is ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's just it's such a hard thing to try to pinpoint because so much less people watch it. You know?
Yeah, but my thing, I think about it. Clone Wars,
Banger.
Rebels,
Banger.
You have Bad Batch.
Banger.
You have all the Tales.
Banger.
I've never watched Visions, but I know people like it. Some of it's like hit
Pretty banger.
And then you have think about how excited people are for the Mall show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, dude, other than what? Star Wars Resistance? That's
there's the animated kids show, but
oh.
I wouldn't really count that in this category, to be honest.
Think about how excited people are about the Lego stuff.
The Lego stuff's doing good. Yeah,
Like, dude,
I feel like that's slightly different because there's actual like stuff coming with that. Like we literally are getting Lego sets out of that. So it's more than just the show. Now I know we get Lego sets out of other stuff, but these are like exclusive sets that we would have never gotten without the show. You see what I mean?
Well, you get like Marvel Legends and stuff from characters with shows.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Star Wars Black Series.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yep.
like, I don't know. I just feel like you look at animation as a whole. You just look at it, and there's not a ton to nitpick with it.
Yeah.
You go to the live action, there's a lot more.
Now, I do think there's a good bit of filler in a lot of the animation.
There is there's episodes with droids and stuff in Clone Wars that when it's only focused on 3PO and R2, and I could care less about this. Or like when you had the sisters. That was not my favorite at all. That was 3 episodes of episode 7 that we did not need.
Yeah.
Or season 7 that we did not need.
Mm. You just lagged really bad. I think that was my biggest problem with season 7. They literally used it to set up Bad Batch. And then obviously that whole 4 episodes was ooh. But those last 4.
Yeah, it was rough.
Those last 4 were ridiculous.
Oh, absolutely.
Ridiculous, dude. Yeah, I mean it's there's probably people that would take that more of a hot take than me. But I mean, I kind of agree, kind of disagree. It's kind of a
okay.
Now, there is something that you said in your little dialogue that was probably a hot take to a lot of people.
What?
Your hot take was that the Acolyte was more divisive to the Star Wars fandom than The Last Jedi. I don't think I can disagree.
I think it's so true, bro. And you know, I'm not a sequel fan.
No, you are not a sequel fan, and you don't like Episode 8 the way that I do. And honestly, I like the Acolyte more than you do. But I still agree that the Acolyte was pretty divisive, dude. People can say what they want, like it or not, because I did like it, but it was divisive. It was pretty.
It caused so much problem that they literally canceled it, and they canceled stuff for their merch that they were going to sell.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
they literally in the finale set up 2 of the most incredible, strongest beings in Star Wars lore, Yoda and Darth Plagueis, and then just we're done. Poof. We're done. We're not making it anymore. Crazy. The fandom was divided because people were saying that they messed up Ki-Adi-Mundi. Oh man, bringing Plagueis in, people were mad. The Anakin thing, dude. Episode 8 was not near as divisive. It wasn't even. It didn't. It's not close.
No.
So I agree with that hot take. Yeah.
You look at Episode 8. People do complain about the way that Luke is. If you kind of think about it, though, that's exactly how he is in A New Hope.
Yeah.
He's just a whiny dude.
Yeah.
That's just who he is.
Well, that's the thing. People are just mad that he's not Legends Luke, in which, in a way, I can understand.
I have a hot take I saved. I'll use it the next time we do this, but it kind of just reminded me of it.
Write it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. I think our hot takes are going to get progressively warmer as we go.
Oh yeah, this was kind of like, me and you don't ever debate really, no. So this was like
we were testing the waters here. Yeah.
Yep. But with that being said, that was Cam Takes. That was the final segment for that. And we're going to be moving on. We got a little bit of talk about Batman before we get into the big topic of the night. So, this segment, Matt Reeves says that the Batman Part 2 is Elseworlds, meaning that he's saying it's not in the DCU. I have a feeling he might be pulling a number 9.
Yeah, I think he's pulling number 9, bro. He's number 9.
I think he's fibbing, bro.
Yeah. I kind of like James Gunn with the whole sticker problem.
Yeah.
I think he was number 9.
Like, my big thing about it, you're telling me that we're getting Man of Tomorrow and the Batman Part 2 a few months apart. They're both going to start filming at the same time. There's supposed to be a Robin in both of these Batman films. You see references and stuff on the Clayface set to locations and characters that were introduced in the Batman.
Yeah.
They're either pulling our leg and like it's really not happening, or it is, and they've let too much get out.
Yeah, that very much could be. Something else came out. I think I tagged you, and I don't think we brought it up, and I'm kind of somewhat blanking on it. It was something about it was about I think it was James Gunn said he's read the script, or no,
for Brave and the Bold.
Yeah,
he says it's great.
That's right. That's what it was.
But they just finished the Batman Part 2 script.
Yeah, I don't know.
And Matt Reeves keeps talking about how he'd love to direct something in the DCU.
He already did. He just doesn't know it yet.
Unless what they're doing, this whole thing with like Pattinson's trilogy, if they can get it out on a good time basis, unless his trilogy, his first 3 movies, all take place as a prequel and then he enters the DCU later, I don't know. Because how long are you going to wait to give us Batman?
That's what I was thinking. Because this dude, when that movie comes out, will have been 5 years. Are we going to wait till 2032 to do the next one?
Yeah, no. And unless that, I don't know, man. I honestly think that Pattinson's showing up.
Ooh.
And yeah. I feel like this is going to be something I'm holding on to until.
Yeah.
Like, because that's the thing too. You want to trust the people who are working on the projects nowadays, but they don't want to spoil stuff. So they never tell the truth anymore. So you don't know what to believe.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, dude. It's kind of a rough thing. Is like, I feel like James, dude, there's no possible way he doesn't see that we want Pattinson.
Oh, right.
That, dude, we love that movie. What did it do? 750 at the box office? I think the second one's going to do more.
Oh, it could possibly be $1 billion.
Yeah. So I don't really see how he can't see that. However, I've seen some pretty big creators on TikTok. I'm not going to name the guy, but he has like 1.3 mil, 1.2 mil. He made a very big post about not wanting, because there were the rumors about Pattinson joining the DCU. And he made a massive post, and a lot of people agreed about not wanting a grounded Batman in the DCU. So there's that. It's kind of one of those things where
my only thing about it, Pattinson wants to be a fantastical Batman.
Really?
The only person holding them back would be Matt Reeves.
Oh, based on his writing.
Because Pattinson's talked about, he's like, I'd love to have the fantastical villains like Mr. Poison Ivy and stuff like that, as an example. But think about it too. Obviously, we had the strikes, but they're trying to get the perfect script. I honestly think a big reason we got this delay is because the DC happened, and they had to figure out a way to bring him in because they already made the first one.
Yeah. Well, in all fairness, I guess technically, originally, we thought that Peacemaker was not going to be DCU.
Right.
And obviously we were wrong. Everybody was excited to see, well, we didn't see him, but we heard John Cena was in the movie. We didn't see him, but
oh my goodness. And that's another thing too, though, is now that all this stuff about, like, you know, Matt Reeves' Batman is coming, James Gunn says that he's read the script for Brave and the Bold and it's good, but he's also starting to talk about how he has a list of actors to play Batman that, oh, and one of them's a big actor, but, you know, probably won't happen, like Jake Gyllenhaal. But he's not, so he's talking about the script and he's talking about actors. Oh, yeah, it's really not happening. After Matt Reeves makes his comments that it's elsewhere.
yeah. Like
The
like
timing is suspicious.
So you're saying they're just trying to throw us off?
I think so, bro. Because
I could see it.
think about it. Think about how big of a pop it would be with Robert Pattinson showing up in Clayface, or he shows up in Men of Tomorrow.
Well, Men of Tomorrow, we should already know what movie we're getting that year, though.
I honestly think it's going to be a Wonder Woman movie.
No, Man of Tomorrow was no. We're supposed to get the Batman too.
Oh yeah, both of those are still coming out, but I think that we're supposed to get another film though. I'm pretty.
I thought Man of Tomorrow was the other slot.
Technically, there's supposed to be 2 DCU movies every year.
Oh, well, there is the Batman 2.
Yes, and they haven't announced what's in that slot. The only thing about it, though, think about how much money they'd make if they made like a Wonder Woman, a Batman, and a Superman.
Which one do you think is coming first, Superman or Batman? Do you know?
Man of Tomorrow is supposed to come out before the Batman Part 2. What the? Happy birthday,
bro!
to whoever it is.
The random, it's so crazy when it does that. So you said Man of Tomorrow's coming first.
Yeah, it comes out in July. The Batman comes in October.
That'd be a wild turn of events.
My thing is too, though, I almost feel like Pattinson won't show up in Clayface because I don't think that they want us to know he's in Clayface. But think about if he showed up in Man of Tomorrow. Think about how many people would be in the. There's going to be a ton, but think about how many more people are going to the theater because, oh, he just got teased in Man of Tomorrow, and then they're going to go into Batman Part 2 instead of that. It seems like a perfect opportunity.
Dude, you know how hard it's going to be for us to be at the premiere for that and not talk about it.
Yeah, bro.
Chat, we're speaking into existence.
Imagine how difficult it's going to be finding out if Pattinson's not in the DCU, actually.
That's going to sting.
Like, dude, what's crazy? For a long time, you were still like, you were in the train that you want Pattinson regardless. I wanted it, but then I was kind of like sold, like it's not happening. And I started to get in the boat of like, you know, yeah, other actors. But then more stuff has come out, and I'm like, yeah, no, absolutely not. I think it's. I'm with you. Almost like the same. I think he's it.
It's one of those things. Now, I do have a question. What do you think would be worse of a feeling, just for you personally, as a fan, finding out that Pattinson is not in the DCU? So, like, bang, here comes a trailer. This is the guy that's playing Batman. This is the DCU Batman trailer. Brave and the Bold, blah, blah, blah. And it's not Pattinson. Or we go to the theaters or to the premiere for Batman 2 and it's trash. Which one of those is a worse feeling?
Batman 2 is trash.
Yeah. As much as I love the first one. Yeah.
Especially with how much hype that they have for this film. Like everybody is saying it's better than the first.
Really?
Yeah, like anybody who's worked on it or written, they're like the only reason to make a sequel.
Jeez.
So I think the Batman Part 2 is going to go above and beyond.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with that, bro.
But honestly, I think that's all I got for that.
Yeah. I'd say that's about all I got too.
I think we're gonna be right on the money with that 2.5 hour mark.
I don't know if it's gonna take that long.
Really?
I don't think it's gonna take that long. I've been able to get my thoughts out in other places, like in my reaction and like tomorrow's vid. I'm gonna get a lot of thoughts out in there too. Ladies and gentlemen, for the final segment, we are discussing the Mandalorian and Grogu trailer that we got today. So I'll start off with the excitement that I had at the beginning of the day when I woke up and saw that. Is crazy to me. Super exciting, super cool. I thought the trailer was pretty cool. I don't think there was too much in it. I think there was some stuff that they probably left out. That I kind of wish we had. I think Bo-Katan's going to be in the movie. I don't see how she's not.
Okay.
I have a hot take.
Ooh. Hit me.
There is a character that I think is going to be in this movie. Actually, technically there's 3 of them, but there's one specific one. But I don't know how they're going to do it. But there is no way they do this movie and there's no Princess Leia. There's no way. She was name dropped in Ahsoka. 3PO was in Ahsoka. Dude, she has to be in the movie, bro.
That's interesting.
But how are they going to do it? Is it going to be Billy Lord?
She may be the stand-in, but they'll probably do CGI like what they did with Episode 9.
Billy Lord was the stand-in in that.
Yeah, I bet they'll do something like that.
There's people that believe she should just play Princess Leia, and they don't have to do the CGI.
Like, think about that, bro. She would have been, because that'd have been the 3rd time that they would do Leia then, because Rogue One, Episode 9, and then this one.
Yeah. And here's the thing: if this is what I think is going to happen with Mandalorian and Grogu, everybody on the internet today was talking about how it just seems like filler, and it just seems like episodes from the show that they made into a movie. I think they're setting up the Heir to the Empire stuff. I truly believe they're setting up that big stuff. So they're gonna have to do if they are doing that, if that's the route Dave's going in. It could tie into Ahsoka. Well, yeah, if Ahsoka comes out next August, like my brain believes, even though right now technically it says Ahsoka is in production but to be determined on release. They haven't even confirmed 2026. I don't see there's no way it doesn't come out in 26. So it could tie into Ahsoka, and then it could tie into the Heir to the Empire stuff, which I prefer a trilogy. But I don't think I'm going to get my wish. I think we're going to get a movie. I just think there's so much more wiggle room in a trilogy. However, you imagine them trying to do a new trilogy with the big 3?
Whew.
Harrison's either going to want a ton of money for his likeness, or they're going to bring back Alden.
I thought Alden did a really good job.
I think he did too.
He was convincing as a young Han Solo.
The only problem with it is now we're going to post 6. So that's where the issue lies at that point.
Alden, Sebastian, and Billy.
It could work. That could work. But here's the problem. Is it going to be convincing? And I'm not even real. I'm really talking about Alden more than the other two. Is his going to be the most convincing to be a post Return of the Jedi Han Solo?
I think so.
You think? I think
Yeah.
he played a good young one because we've never seen it. But we've seen that Han. That's where the issue lies.
He's grown up though. Like, think about it. Solo came out what,
17?
2017? That movie probably won't even come out till like 2032.
No, Solo was 18, sorry.
Oh, so
What'd you just say? What did you say?
I'm not even kidding, bro. It'll probably be like 2032. You'll be 31 years old. I'll be 30. I know, you'll be 32. Probably. Unless it comes out before your birthday. I will almost be 31.
2031 is 2032 is crazy.
But think about it. Like, at that point, it's been 14 years since he played Han Solo. He can play an older one.
True, but at that point, if it comes out in 32, they'll probably start filming at 30. So you have to use 13 years.
Still.
Or, geez, 12.
12, yeah. Yeah, I think you can do it, bro. 12 years later, be playing Han Solo again. I think you got it.
It could work. I think it could work. I think majority of fans would probably prefer that they did actual actors instead of the CGI.
It's saving money.
I kind of would prefer mix. I think Sebastian's probably the one that I don't think you need CGI. The other two, I feel like you do in a small way. But because you could still pay them for being them and still do some CGI work. That could be overkill, but that one YouTuber a few years ago did an incredible job on that. You remember those clips? Yeah. He turned Alden into friggin' Harrison Ford. Crazy.
They look good, dude.
Dude, they looked incredible. Yeah. Yeah. We kind of got very off topic on the trailer, but Zeb was in the trailer. Zeb looked incredible.
He was sick.
I think Zeb is another place where they're going to tie in the Rebels characters. I mean, that's part of the reason I feel like it has to connect to Ahsoka. Zeb is going. There's no way Zeb doesn't know at this point that Ezra's back. There's no way.
Right.
So I kind of feel like it's going to tie that in. I personally, everybody is so upset saying that the trailer is just filler and we're not going to get anything cool. I don't think they're showing us anything. They're not going to do. If Dave is going all in on this, I know John's doing the movie. John and Dave are kind of co-collabing on it. If they're doing the Heir to the Empire stuff and they're really tying this into Ahsoka, they're not going to show us anything. Dude, they're not going to show us nothing. There's no possible way you're going to convince me that they're going to show us Thrawn in this trailer, or they're going to show us, because dude, them stormtroopers, they have to be tied to Thrawn. Why else are they there?
That's true.
I don't think Gideon's dead. But that's another piece too. They're not going to show him either in these trailers.
My thing is though, how did he survive?
I think that was a clone. He had all them clones, and he didn't have a stash.
Wow.
All
I
them
like it.
clones and didn't have a stash. There's no way that was Gideon. I think that was his way of testing out that armor without having to do it himself.
That's sick.
Yeah. Also, it's what they built with The Mandalorian as a show. And honestly, I think Boba's in the movie.
This is gonna be a lot.
Why in the world would they bring in the Hutt twins from the Book of Boba Fett, who are on Tatooine, and not give us Boba Fett? There's no way. If Din goes to Tatooine to have some type of dialogue or something with the Hutt twins, there's no way you can convince me they're just gonna not. He's just not gonna interact with Boba. There's no way, dude. That would make no sense.
It almost feels like there's going to be too much in this movie.
I think in a way, Boba, I think, would play a bigger part. I also think Bo-Katan would play a bigger part. Leia will be small. Leia and possibly Luke and possibly Han. Ooh. What point are we at? Oh my lord. We could... Is Kylo around the same age as Jason?
That's a good question. I'm not sure on that one.
I think Kylo's close. I think Jason's a little older. I think we're gonna get young Kylo with Leia. It's not gonna be anything big. I think it would be like Leia's having some dialogue with, I don't know, Mothma or something, talking about the Return of Thrawn toward the end of the movie, and then we just like see little Ben. Like that's, I think that's coming, dude.
I don't need a tie-in with the.
Yeah, but how would they not? You can't leave out Kylo, bro. I'm not saying you gotta show us Rey.
Oh, that'd be dumb.
I'm not saying that. But Kylo's character arc's pretty cool, dude.
I like Kylo.
Yeah.
But I just don't know.
There's no way that. Oh, there was a crazy Easter egg. I don't know if you knew this. Do you remember the Halcyon, the Galactic Star Cruiser? Like the hotel that they did, bro. So in canon, that was a real thing. Like you could, it was pretty much like a cruise ship touring the galaxy, bro. In the trailer, in the scene where Mando like steps in that puddle, in the background, that in Arabesh, there's it's kind of like New York City, it seems like to me. So there's just like all kinds of advertisement everywhere. There's a Halcyon advertisement in Arabesh. And it says Halcyon, and then it says, I think it was like tour the galaxy or see the galaxy or something. It's kind of cool.
Oh,
as much as the Halcyon, as much as the Galactic Star Cruiser flopped, that's a pretty cool Easter egg. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Am I missing stuff from the trailer? I think I've said a chunk.
How big of a character do you think Sigourney Weaver's going to be?
I don't think she comes in for a crazy small role. I think she's going to be decent. I think she's going to be how Din gets connected with Zeb, but I also think Carson Teva is going to be in it,
Okay.
which is the do you know who that is?
I remember the name of Carson Tatum.
He's the Asian dude with the beard. That
Yep.
was he was in Mando and he was in Ahsoka.
Yeah.
That's part of the reason I think it's gonna tie into Hera. Like that's coming, which means Ezra's got to be there somewhere. That's all I'm saying, bro. But I get what you're saying about it. Feels like too much if all of this does happen.
It's just a lot.
Yeah, but I also think it's a lot of like fanboy dreaming type thing. So it's kind of why I want a trilogy.
It gives a lot more room, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
But do you think they're really going to give 3 movies to it?
I think they should.
They definitely could.
The problem is that will throw every bit of the order off.
How so?
This would become 7, 8, 9.
Well, 1, 2, and 3 became 4, 5, and 6.
This would become 7, 8, 9. The sequels would become 10, 11, 12. And then the trilogy, I think it's Simon Kinberg that's doing, would be 13, 14, 15. That's literally where we'd be. Unless you wanted to throw Rogue One and Solo into there if you're mixing it all up anyway. And then it's really all out of whack.
Then you got Starfighter.
Yeah. So, also, too, I really think if Dave was going to do a Heir to the Empire style trilogy, that would be the best route for them to retcon without retconning and make a big chunk of the fandom happy by giving them new official sequels, but still leaving the other sequels intact.
I'd be with it.
Also, I deeply believe Mara Jade is coming.
I hope so.
Mara Jade's coming, dude. But it's again, it's one of those things where if this is only a 2-hour movie, there's no way that's all going to happen. There's no possible way. And if it's like 2.5, that'd be great. But I still don't know. I did see something really sad. They're making a Mandalorian and Grogu movie. There's going to be no Grief Karga.
Oh,
Yep.
That is sad, man. Rest in peace, Carl Weathers.
Yeah, that one kind of stung when I saw that. Yeah, I like Carl Weathers.
That sucks.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even think about that.
I like Carl Weathers, man. It does suck, but it is what it is. Kind of gotta go with it. There's all kinds of characters, man, that I think could make their entrance in this. There's been rumors about Hondo making his live action appearance. It could make sense if it's here.
It could make sense.
It could make sense.
Honestly, could you imagine Hondo showing up in Starfighter?
Yeah, I mean, he's in canon. He's at the right age, I think. Like he's not dead, I don't believe. Yeah, I guess I could see that. That could be kind of crazy. Ooh, this is way after his boy Kenobi's gone, though. Way after.
True.
Yeah, I do think there's a lot of cool theories, dude, that could happen for the show. But I also think people are hating on it way too much.
I think they got to give it time.
Yeah,
I wish we would have gotten a little bit more.
I do too.
And I think the big reason why people are upset is because of how long it's been to get.
Yeah, just in Star Wars in general.
Yeah, it's like we've waited a long time, and you could have given us at least a little more, especially because it's been delayed however many times.
Yeah.
So it could have been a little bit more exciting, but it wasn't bad.
No, I don't think it was bad in the slightest, and I was extremely excited, and I'm pretty excited to do a breakdown too. So yeah, pretty cool stuff, man.
Are you filming that tomorrow, or you've already filmed?
Oh, I gotta do it tomorrow.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, man. I think for the most part, I've said majority of what I had.
I am looking forward to it, and I hope that if everything is in it that we talked about, it could be insane. It's huge.
Babu.
That's right, Babu Frick.
Babu was pretty cool.
That's
Good
another
shot,
reason why I
baby.
think
That was
them
sick,
tying
bro.
in the sequels with Ben, I could see that, especially because Babu.
Yeah, it's inevitable. And a lot of people think Grogu is going to appear in the Rey movie. So
Now that's something I don't think I want.
really,
I don't dislike Daisy Ridley. I just can't stand Ray.
I get it.
And
Even though I
now,
love
would
Rey.
I rather have a Ray movie light show? Yeah, absolutely.
I'll say, um, I don't necessarily think we need more Acolyte, but I would like more from Chimere. Whether that is comics or a show, like an animated show, be fine with that. But I think his character's pretty cool, dude. A Chimere comic run, I think, could pop, especially with the tie-ins to the Knights of Ren.
That could be cool.
Yeah,
I'd watch that.
yeah. I think an animated, like a Clone Wars style animated show for him, tying that stuff in would be sick.
Going back to animation because it
Oh,
thrives.
well, I don't necessarily think it's just that. I think it's kind of. I think people would be more likely to watch that than an Acolyte spinoff in live action.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's really what it comes down to, in my opinion. A comic run I would love. Not a lot of people would consume it, you know? Which is kind of like Dad's not going to sit down and read it.
No.
But I will. And you probably would just watch my breakdowns. Like,
That's true.
you know. So it's kind of one of those things where that would be where people would most likely get most of their. Because a lot of people don't have access to unlimited, which is, I get it. But
I can see that.
I think that'd be an incredible comic run. Yeah.
I can see the potential in it.
Yeah, me too. Especially, dude, his character was rather popular. People just, dude, he had Cortosis armor. His mask was awesome. His saber turned into two and not like Maul's. There's a lot about his character that's awesome. But just, there were things about the Acolyte that, you know, one of my biggest gripes about the Acolyte that had nothing to do with story or Leslie Headland or anything like that. The sabers, bro. They looked so Disney saber. It was bad. And by that I'm talking about the fact that they couldn't get their entire hand around the hilts. They were so so thick that they could not do anything with it, bro. It was terrible. It was so bad. Listen, chat. If you guys listen, If you guys have a Disney Saver, you totally get what I'm talking about because that's exactly what it was. Bro, I had to say pause, bro. Because I had to, bro. I had to talk about it though. Like it was a must. But you get what I'm saying. You get it though. I'm just saying, bro. You've held it too. You know. That is not. That is not how that was supposed to come out, bro. Oh, it's chat. Episode 11 in chat. Oh man, episode 11 chat. This was a fun one.
This ending is all sorts of whack.
Why?
Just that comment, and this was a fun one.
Yeah. Yeah, this is where the fun begins, chat.
No. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
Yeah. That was a fun one, bro. I did enjoy that one. That was another big one.
This is the longest pod that we've had.
Is it?
226.
Yeah, it's pretty long chat. Dude, it's bad tonight, chat. It's bad. This is crazy.
Thank you, Taya.
What'd you say?
Good episode, you guys.
Yeah, it was a fun one. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, we had a lot to talk about.
We did have a lot to talk about, which kind of scares me for next week.
It'll probably be an hour and a half.
Yeah, we say
We
that.
say that now.
We're going to get a Battlefront 3 announcement.
It's going to be the entire pod.
Oh, 100%. Oh, I just remembered something, so we'll talk about it when we in stream. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, man. This was episode 11 of the Nerd Bros podcast. Super, super exciting stuff coming. I think the Nerd Bros are gonna start working on trying to get some guests. So let us know some other content creators in our niches that you guys would like us to collab with, and we'll do our best to get to make those happen.
Absolutely.
All right, y'all. I'll see you on the next one. Peace, chat.